Then there is one other ingenious aspect of this, how the story more or less writes itself, or how you snare yourself, get yourself tangled up into this thing that actually is very much like a spider's web. Is that you're supplying the respective individual actors with arguments for the very madness that you're trying to defend yourself against, because they when those freaky things happen, and you do whatever you can to get some action that someone will observe this and just set an end to this whole thing, and you try to present your issue to someone that you believe will have some kind of either actual power or at least some balls, backbone, and you tell the whole story for thousandth time, and she sits listening. Yeah, and you make this person understand that you expect some kind of response to this story, because you can't really deny that there are at least some extraordinary features this, and really no reaction whatsoever. Don't you think there's anything the least strange or a bit overdone? Like said quite a few times by now, there are things in this seems like most people would actually react to. But I really can't see that anything wrong has been done and they point out that this one and that one they have only done the job. It's nothing illegal about this. No, perhaps it's not illegal, but really it's not that simple, is it? That's not in itself necessarily an argument for anything, only that something happens to be legal. Why are you doing this? Because I can. Well, we all know that this is the way things actually work too often, and that's why we have terms like power abuse and things like that. And this should at least be a perfect example of that kind of phenomena. But this person, the only reaction is, well, you know, you may think that this is an overreaction of whatever the specific case happens to be in this specific context. But this is just what it's like, and just adapt to the situation, because this is nothing that I have any power over. If all those people saying that there is nothing that I can do about this, if all those people would only have pulled one single straw to this haystack, probably none of this would really have happened. Only someone making a statement, but not a single one will do that. And I try at least get some guidance. So exactly what am I supposed to do now? If now reality is that this has happened to me because of factors in that I had no way of controlling myself, because this is not happening because any particular because I would have done something obviously wrong. It's something, there are things that became classified as small, some small mistake that that I had not caused myself, and for that reason seemed it seemed as it was not nothing that I should suffer any negative consequences for. And suddenly it seems like everyone simultaneously has made a U-turn 180 degrees, and suddenly the whole atmosphere has become openly hostile, and I tried to get some answer to this central fact that after all these are not things that I have caused. How much suffering is would you say is reasonable? Well, that's not any of my business. That's not nothing that I'm in charge over. Nothing. I'm deciding. No, but what am I supposed to do next? What any citizen? Well, I don't know. Perhaps find some solution. Maybe have some relative anti-answers. The reason I'm asking is because there is no apparent solution to any of this, and the paradoxical thing is then the next person, next general, tell about this whole messed up thing will on her side say complete opposite thing, that you really won't have me believing that this is how things has happened. Well, it actually has happened, and this person I was speaking to said that there was nothing strange in any way. But don't tell me that people get into such situations without being personally responsible. It really seems to be what just happened to me, and if this is not the case, then please someone explain to me what I actually have done wrong. That's none of my business, you know. The only one who knows about this should be you. It's you're the one who's messed things up. It's just that for specific reasons, that is not my impression of this whole situation, and that is why I am asking. And especially as this other guy that I was speaking to, so the completely opposite thing, that there's nothing strange whatsoever. This is how things work. The twisted part of this is that here I stand supplying both sides with arguments. I'm telling the first one that something must have happened apart from the official motivations. Something must have happened. And she says it has not. Yes, obviously it has. And then I'm telling her that there is something more to this, because otherwise it wouldn't likely happen like this. And in practice this becomes like a confession. So something has happened, then tell me, is what she will be thinking. And then I got to the other part, who's trying to tell me that this has not happened. Things don't happen without very specific reasons, especially things of this magnitude. And I stand there explaining that seems like they actually do, and thereby I have actually normalized these absurd things and given it my blessing, more or less. So suddenly I have actually united those opposite poles and made like turn their polarity against me and put myself in the other end as the negative pole. And both of those positions of theirs, they become normalized, and no matter how contradictory they actually may be, they both become woven into this sick web structure. I did this.